Hello. Come right into the Fun Factory. Hola. Welcome. Come right on into the Fun Factory. I'm going to put my music on. You know, I gotta have music. And what I'm going to have playing in the background is strictly instrumental. It's with John Tesh, and the vocal, which is number 10, is with James Ingram. You know, but that has vocals. But I'm just going to do the instrumental ones for the first. I guess the first two is what I would say. Okay, here we go. Oh well, I gotta push the right button. I thought I did. Guess not. It happens. Y'all know me. At any rate, here we go. That's the piano. Hear that, guys? That's the piano. Oh, let me introduce you to my pre-K students. First, we have Allison. In the middle, we have Brenna. And on the end, probably can't see, the screen doesn't expand that large, is Allison's brother, Cameron. We call him Cam, and it's okay. He's Cam to us. You know, his full name is Cameron. So what we're going to do right now is I just thought we'd just do a little coloring water. You know, water is just so bland. It's clear. And we wanted to do colored water. So I had to put this here and put this up here in order for you to be able to see how we do that. And we've got, of course, some dishwashing liquid we're going to add to it. First, I'll take the caps off. And if you can see that these bottles are in three different sizes. Oh, the largest one is on the floor. And three different shapes, too. This one has some rings around it. This one doesn't, but it's kind of indented a little bit. This one is just plain and round, and this one is the largest one. I mean, the tallest one, too. Okay? So I'm going to start with the smaller one and just pour water in. When I do this in the classroom with live students, they do the pouring. We need the funnel. Use the funnel, and I show them how to put the funnel on. They have to hold it, and then pour the water in. Oh, they just pour. Oh, slow down, not so much. Oh, I think that's probably enough. Sometimes we do it half full. It's okay. And we leave. Then we go to the next bottle. We leave the top off because we're going to have to put the coloring in. And we use the funnel again. If we need more water in there, I'll usually run to the sink in the classroom and get more water. Well, I'm not in the classroom now, I'm home, so I have to go to the kitchen and get it. Okay, so that's the second one. And we just watch it as it goes in. Bubbles, yeah, it makes bubbles. We put the funnel there. I'm going to go and fill these up. Let me turn the music back up for you. Don't you dare go nowhere. I'll be right back. I'm going to go get some more water. Oh my goodness. I'll be right back. Here I come. I'm back. I think that's what that guy said in one scary movie I watched during the last century. Okay, I'm going to pour this in here, do the funnel. Filling it up. Okay. Put this one to the side. And the tallest one. Here we are. You know what? If I take this out, we'll have room for this tall one. These are just test tubes. We won't be using those test tubes today, I don't think. So, what do you think, Brenna? Yes, you can pour it in. Brenna is such a big helper in the classroom. She wants to do everything. And I mean literally everything. Okay. That's good enough. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to take some of this water and put it in the big one. I think that's enough of that. Yeah. So, it to the side. Okay, here we go. Now, here's the food coloring. I suggest if you choose to do this activity with your students or with your children at home, use a glove. I don't have any plastic gloves. That's because when this stains your fingers, it takes a long time for it to, for the dye to wear off, because that's what it is. And when I do this with my students, with my children, I know, Allison, you would just love to squeeze this baby, but you can't. Okay, I have to do it because I don't want the dye to get on you. And the interesting part is when you squeeze it, and we look at it from, we like for them to see how the coloring just swirls and swirls as it trickles down to the bottom. I hold it up for them. Sometimes we use a magnifying glass and they're like, wow, look at Miss Sadie. Yes, different shapes are coming through there. All right, I'm going to put the top back on the blue one because I don't want any accident. Then we're going to do green. Look, it's still swirling. Okay, now we're going to try the green one. Let's watch and see what happens when you squeeze. Watch it as it goes down. Can you see that? It's swirling. It's like it's swimming in there. Huh? Yeah, I would say so. Then we're going to do the red. And I believe the other color is yellow. Let's see. Let's do red next. Okay, here we go. I'm going to squeeze. Watch it how, what I like to say, filters down. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my goodness, can you see that? Can you see that, Cam? Yeah. Nice and bright. Red is a bright color, like really. And then we're going to do yellow, and we're going to see what happens after that. Okay. This is the largest one, the tallest one. All right, I'm going to squeeze. Let's see. There it goes. There goes the yellow. It's just swirling down slowly. Squeeze another little bit on there. There it goes. Okay, now that's swirling down. So all what we have are 3 containers, different sizes, 3 bottles of colored water. 3 bottles of colored water. You think there's anything we could do to make it a little more interesting? Really? You think so, Brenna? Make bubbles? Well, let's see. Let's start with this one. I can shake it up. No bubbles. It's just plain. What about with the green one? Same thing? Yeah. Turn it upside. It's still green. The blue one? I believe it's going to be the same thing, guys, but let's see. Check it out. And the yellow one. Oh, boy. Yeah. So what do we have? Colored water. But we want to make it more interesting, so we said. I'm sorry, Allison, what did you say? You can say it out loud. I know we want to make bubbles, but how? Oh. She suggested we put this in. The dishwashing liquid. Well, Brandon, you didn't say it. You said you were going to say it's okay. I told you she likes to do everything. It's okay. So what we're going to do is put a little squeeze. Now at this point, I always allow my students, of course, to put the squeeze on. So we're going to squeeze just a little bit. I didn't see any swirling, so I don't know if it's going to, I don't know if that's going to really happen or not. Want to try it? Okay. Want to try it? I put the top back on. Want to try it? Let's see. Come on. Whoa! Look at that, Cam. You see that? Bubbles. You were right. You guys were right. If you put dishwashing liquid in there and you shake it, you get bubbles. Everybody likes bubbles. I like bubbles. Squeeze. Brenna, you're going to get a turn. I hear you. You're saying that I let Allison shake and I didn't let you shake. I'm going to let you shake it. Brenna, believe you. Now we've got bubbles on top. Oh, much more interesting. Much more interesting. Here we go with the blue. Here we go with the blue. Brenna, will you do the honors? In other words, will you shake it for us? Here she goes. All right, Brenna, I'm going to help you. Look what we got. Bubbles. So what happens is when we put the dishwashing liquid in and shook the bottles of plain water, we still got colored water. But now it's bubbly colored water. Oh my goodness. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You made it such more interesting. So we'll just put them over there on our science shelf, okay? Look at that. Wow, there's a lot of bubbles in that. We're just going to move this over on our science shelf. Everyone can see. That is so cool. Loving it. That is so cool. Okay, but I don't think we need our test tubes. No, we don't need our test tubes. We're not going to use those today. Oh my goodness. You like to build? Okay. Well, how about if I put the waffle blocks out? We were working on the waffle block with the waffle blocks a little while ago, and then we decided to do a science activity. And it is a science activity when things change. Let's say we change. I don't want to use the word composition, but let's say when you're working with water and something changes from a solid to a liquid, evaporation. And I think that's what happened with this experiment. This was shaving cream. And even though it wasn't a liquid, really, you could feel it on your hands. It wasn't a solid. That's what I mean. It wasn't. And look what we've got. A vapor. Big word. Pre-K, vapor. Okay? What happened with the other? This was bar soap turned into a soapy liquid. I think the shaving cream is the only one that evaporated. But this soapy liquid. And I think the initial one, the beginning one, it just stayed soapy. Yeah, it was a liquid to begin with. So it stayed a liquid. Alright. What are we building? I'm going to do my usual. A little cottage. Well, we talked about it before, what a cottage is. It's just a smaller house. That's all. And sometimes, a lot of times, it's in the country. Okay? What about you, Cam? What are you going to build? Oh, I should have known. Another tunnel. Okay? Where is this tunnel going to lead to? Who can go in your tunnel? Everybody? But don't you have to be in a car or a truck? Can you be on a motorcycle? No, you can't be on a motorcycle. Okay. Going through Cam's tunnel. All right. What about race cars? He said they can go through his tunnel. No, they can't. Not if motorcycles can't go through. They're too low to the ground. All right, Cam. I guess that's your building. You can allow whomever you want to go through. Okay. For me, I always build small. You see that? And when you have children, preschool teachers, parents, grandparents, that are using waffle blocks, regular blocks, wooden blocks to build, it's building the muscles in their fingers. They can press it down, they can pull it apart. The same thing with Legos. Building. That's part of the STEM program when they're talking about engineering. The technology part, I believe I mentioned before that has to do with using the iPads and the phones and so forth, and that we will not be doing that. But we definitely are going to be doing the other aspects of it. And we've done painting. We've all done science. The one thing that I left out was math. Guess what? I'm going to remedy that right now. Math. Here we go. This is how I like to do math. This is how the kids love to do math, all right? Just take this up. I use chips. I don't know if you can see that. But I have chips in here. Different colors. I've got the larger ones that are square. I've got the round ones. Oh, I love these personally. And this is what we use when we're counting. I use other items as well, but basically this is it. So we're going to count out, I don't know, 5 or 6 white chips. That's what we do. We're going to count out 3 red ones. 1, 2, 3. We do it on the table, or we can put them in something. We have, let's say, white chips. 1, 2. You see that? 3, 4, 5. Now I might want to add 2 blue chips. 1, 2. That's a lot more chips than what we started out with. I wonder how many that is. So we dump them out on the table and count them. That's what I mean when I say we learn to count quantitatively, not just rote 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like that. The other item I wanted to share with preschool teachers and parents, let's say it's something we've not chosen to do anything in particular, but the weather's not that great, but you want to do something at home. Remember, we're not watching TV. We're not Googling anything. If you have any of these around, and you might want to start saving these. These are paper towel holders. And also, if you want to do the shorter ones, the toilet paper holders. I usually like the longer ones because you can get more on them. All you do is get yourself, I thought I had it right here. Here it is. Here it is. It's blue. I take blue. Yeah, we've done it. You're right. We have done this before, Cam. I know. And what you do, make sure you've got a cloth on the table. And what you can do is just put glue all over. See that? Put it all over the holder. That's what I call them, a holder. And then you're going to need your, here we are. These are the tissue ones. We're not doing the shapes. They're all the same shape. But you can just glue them on. You know, no reason, no rhyme. Just glue them on. See what happens. First of all, see if they'll stay. Okay? Glue them on. Okay. Let your children glue them. Teachers, let your students glue them. And whatever their creation is, that's their creation. That's their design. Don't ask them what it is. Let them tell you. They can do as many as they like, you know, if you have the materials. Let it be what it's going to be. Whatever they would like it to be. You can also do shapes if you like. If you want to not, maybe with the tissues, but other paper that's a bit stronger. Let's say paper like this that you can cut. You can cut it into squares. You can cut it into circles. You can cut it into whatever shapes you would like it to be. And then still use these. Glue it up and have the children place them on there. And that could be something different. You can call it your shape tree, whatever. It's just a fun activity with open end with no special significance per se. You know, just having fun doing it, that's all. Well, I think I have a few more. Oh, the cards. Yes, we play cards. Here we are. We play cards. And even though these cards have pictures on them of a cave and a bat, you know, we match. But if we're not doing the match card, we're doing the alphabet cards. So I might have 6 cards with the alphabet on it. Students will have, I'm so sorry, I'm leaning on you, Allison. I'm sorry. We'll have cards as well. And then we'll try and match the A with the A, the B with the B. And generally I start out with, they have the name cards in front of them. But I'll start out with just a few cards. And they'll pick, Miss Amy, look, what do you have? Oh, that letter is in my name. Really? That kind of thing. That's the kind of encouragement our children need. And if it's not in their name and they think it is, say, let me see. Oh, you know what? It looks like it could be, but I think that's, you know, and then you can change it up. You know, they'll say, no, that's not in your name. We want to be encouraging without shutting children down. All right? So let's be as encouraging as we possibly can. Just, I guess you would say, whatever it is that they're doing, they're attempting to do, Let's support them in that with positive praise. Okay, I think that's all I had for now. This was just I'm supposed to be doing something different. I can do that tomorrow, and that's colored rice, and we're going to scoop, measure, and pour. I don't do sand with very young children. I do the rice because even the toddlers, even if they ingest the rice, it's just uncooked rice. It has nothing to do with harming them. But sand, if I do sand, I usually do it with the older children. Like I said, a group like this, because we give them instruction, show them how to use it, and it's a couple of trial times, and then go from there. We're building sand castles and sand dunes and things like that. No goggles. No goggles. And somebody said, well, you have to have, people are always saying stuff. Well, you have to have, no, you don't. If you teach your children the proper way to use materials, they'll use them the right way. They will. And you're right there with them. Wow. Pam, what did you build? Oh, sandcastle. I'm going to have to do a sand dune. Stay with them, encourage them. They get it. Because, like I said, they are curious. They want to know everything. And the question as educators we need to ask is three basic questions. We already know that they come with knowledge built in, but is what do they already know? That's right. What do they already know? The second question is what do they want to know? That's with the why when they ask you all those questions. But the most crucial one, I believe, is what do they need to know? And that's where we come in. We want to supply their needs. We want to give them a knowledge base to work from, and then we go from there. Thank you for tuning in. Hopefully, you will subscribe and help all of us together as a community lift our children. We know they've lost a lot of time because of the pandemic. They won't get, no one will, that time back. But we can start right where they are, and I say we, because I need you to help me support the families out there with our children, their own personal libraries in their home. And I have a story that I'm going to be the next time about Lola and her library. We'll have that story. But for now, I'll see you in the classroom.